Hello, 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 hello. I'm going to start here because I honestly have no idea what I'm doing today. If you would please drop in the comments where you're watching from, because I would greatly appreciate that. I'm also waiting to see if my phone is on, has volume up, because I didn't check it. I have a couple of ideas for what I want to do. Hey, Amira, how are you doing today? It's so good to see you. Still waiting for my phone to show this so I can tell whether or not I've got everything. Oh, I can see I don't have everything lined up. Oh, goodness. What is going on with my camera stand here? Yep, yep. Ooh, that's way too over. That's one of the problems. The iPad's way too far over. I'm doing okay. Very low spoons. It's been a really, really, really tough 10 days for people who have compassion and who see hope in life, but I'm still here, and I'm glad that all of you are still here, very, very much so. I found this at Ollie's, and I loved these, not because I'm going to use them for any sort of crafting, but I totally did this so that I could do this for the beginnings of my channel, and I just wanted to show these to you. I found these for $2.99, and I found them at the most recent Ollie's that I was at. What was that? Leesburg. Look at these. Aren't these the coolest thing? I loved them. I did. I really absolutely loved them. So, you know, these are what I'm going to use. I've been using the little Project Life cards as my opening line things, but I think I'm going to start using these big ones now. So they make memories. Amazing things will happen. Aren't these words that we all need to hear right now? I mean, big time. Love. Hi, Tarna. How are you doing? Be happy, use nice words, work hard, be thankful, always tell the truth, keep your promises, obey, share, clean up, snuggle, use your manners, smile, help others, love all, say your prayers, be kind, think good thoughts, learn new things. Not so big on the be happy and the smile, but you know, right now I'm not even going to argue with it. It's too much right now. Do something nice every day. See, that's a really good one, and it's got the right landscape aspect ratio. Hey, Doris, how are you doing today? Oh, Doris, thank you so much for my beautiful card. Oh, it was so pretty. I was so pleased to get that. I got another one too, and I can't remember. Oh, it was from Pennsylvania. I can't remember who sent it to me, but both of them were just beautiful, and I appreciate them so much. Look at that. Life is beautiful. I love that one right there. I really do. Yeah. My snail mail address is in the description, and Doris sent me a Christmas card, and it was just the most beautiful thing. Yes, I did. I liked it very much, Doris. You should turn those into giant cards. You know, Amira, that's actually a really good idea, because these would be great giant cards. Enjoy every moment. Oop, that's two. Hold on. Feels like two. Nope, it's only one. And then the flowers. That's so pretty. Maybe it goes that way. Maybe it goes that way. I'm not sure. Maybe, I think that's the right orientation of them. But I'm going to use these to start my streams and my videos and things like that, because I just think those are beautiful, and they're nice and big, and they're obvious, and they're fun to look at. So that's where I started. In all honesty, I have zero idea what craft I'm actually going to do today, but I do have a couple of ideas. And one of those ideas is a continuation of something that I started a while back. It was in one of the lives this year, but I can't remember exactly when, but it was when I was using the toner kits. And let me see if I can find the open toner kit. It should be right over here. Ooh, I have my piles have piles, and then there's more piles, and I mean that in the American term use of the term piles, not the English use of the term piles, as in the UK use of the term piles. But this is what I had, and I don't think this is the open one. This one doesn't look like it's been opened. Maybe it has. Nope, it hasn't. Where's the open one? Because I really don't want to open another one until I'm ready to. Let's see if I can find the open one. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. What size are they? I would say 9 by 12, if I were to just estimate. I don't have a great ruler anywhere near me, but I do have this. So that's... Let's see, where's the one? Where is the one on this? Okay, so 0 is there. So, nope, 8.5 by 11 probably. More like 8 by 10. So 8 by 10. Oh, you know what? 8 by 10 would fit in a picture frame. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh, neato. Is this the open one? Nope, still not the open one. This is the problem with having 5 of these, because I don't know which one is actually the open one. That doesn't look open. Oh, hold on, I will find it. Oh, of course I'm not ready. I'm just so not prepared. This is just, I know I'm speaking to the choir for a lot of you, but this has been really, really rough. Oh, it would be the very bottom one on the far side. That's the open one. Yeah, of course. Hold on. I gotta maneuver this out. There we go. That's the open one. But I know I'm preaching to the choir on this one, but it's been tough. This has been a very tough time for people who have compassion and people who have care and concern for the health and welfare of others. So, wait. Elena? Did I miss Elena? Oh no, I think I missed a comment from Elena. Hi, Elena. Oh, yeah, there you are. Good evening. Hi, I totally missed your comment. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, so Chris, probably Chris in Connecticut, but I'm not really sure. But Chris reached out to me through Facebook because they were trying to post in the Chatty Crafty group on Facebook, which does not allow you to post links because I'm totally anti-scam. And one of the ways that people can scam people is by getting people to click on links. So I don't let links in the Facebook group. But they sent me through Messenger, because you can reach out to me through Messenger through my Facebook page, a way to use this. Now, one of the things that I think I did wrong the first time I did this was that I didn't shake it. So there's no telling how long this thing has been sitting and, settling. So I definitely wanted to shake it. It doesn't say anything about shaking it. It says 1 milliliter toner, 15 milliliter toner ink equals 1 refill pad. But Chris, and like I said, I think it was Chris from Connecticut, sent me information on how to do this another way so that it wasn't so wasteful. And you know me, I love things that aren't wasteful. So I ordered these, and what these are bingo Dauber bottles. That's literally what they are. They're bingo Dauber bottles. Oops, I left the lid. Okay, I need the lid. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Okay, I thank you, Elena, for appreciating and for being so kind. I did not mean to forget you. I didn't forget you. I did not mean to miss your message. Especially after the wonderful support that you've been giving me through Facebook and other things like that. You've been right there, and I really appreciate you so much. Anyway, carefully decant this. And this is a talent that I built up over many, 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 many years as a teacher, because I refused to buy the little bottles of soda, and Diet Coke was always my caffeine injection system of choice. So I learned how to pour from one bottle to another very, very easily and very quickly, just because I kept on having to pull out big bottles of Diet Coke, not sponsored, and putting them into smaller bottles of Diet Coke so that I could drink them while I was in class. It's just a holdover from teaching. Anyway, the skills that you learn along the way, right? So then put that in there. So now all of that toner is in this bingo ink Dauber bottle. All right, so that's the start of this. And then it's a matter of getting this to come out of the ink Dauber bottle. And this is that Minc pad. So I'm going to sit there and press on it until the ink fills up the little Dauber. And you can see that the ink is now filling up the little Dauber, and it's making these little dots on there. And you know what? I'm going to foil this too, because I think that'll be really pretty once it's foiled with all these little dots. I think that's going to be cool, but I'm going to foil that as well. But then what you do with this, once you've got that, is you put this to the side and let it dry. And that was another thing that the person that was doing this said, is that you're supposed to let it dry before you emboss and before you foil it. And that's something that I was definitely not doing. Oh, see the cool things that I got from Temu? Look at this. Look at this. They hold my little bottles this way so that they're all the right direction, so that all of the stuff is down at the bottom, so it's not that I have to tap it out. Isn't that cool? And then the next one sits right on top. But it doesn't really work the way I wanted it to, because the next one doesn't hold a bottle the same way, because the other bottle is in the way. I don't know if you can see that, but there, see, it's in the way. So they're really not meant to be stacked like that, even though they look like they would be perfect stacked like that. And then that also means that there's all this blank space underneath that's lost to whatever you're not using it as, but I'll figure something out. I'll figure out a way to use those so that I get to use up all my real estate and all my empty space. All right, so we're going to start with this one. It says, "You're never far from my thoughts." And now I need a sheet of paper. Boy, you can see how, yeah, it is cool, Amira. It really is. So now I need to cut sheets of paper. You can see how unprepared I was for this live. And I didn't go live on Wednesday, even though I usually do go live on Wednesdays, because I just did not have the spoons to go live on Wednesday. It just didn't happen. I posted in my Facebook group that I wasn't going to. And my Facebook group is a really good way to know when lives are happening. I mean, Friday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is a given. It doesn't matter how few spoons I have. I will be live in this time frame. But otherwise, if you could check out my Facebook, or our Facebook group, because it's not really mine, it's really our Facebook group, because there's a bunch of wonderful crafters in there. And we share a lot of information about crafting and about how to go about getting inexpensive craft items and things like that. So, you know, the link to this Facebook group is in the description. Be sure that you answer the questions, because I've got Facebook Assist, or the whatever moderator assist on. And if you don't fill out the questions and I don't see it within the first hour, then, no, I don't want to use that big one. Then it's going to delete your request and I'll never see it. So be sure you fill out the questions. You know, even if you get them wrong, be sure you fill them out so that I can say, hey, you know, you didn't get that one right. But so far, everybody who's filled out the questions has gotten them right, and they've all been entered into the group. So, hi, Robin. Oh, you're a new person. Hi, Mary Alice. Hi, Chatty. I'm new to your channel, and this is my first live with you. Hello, all in chat. Hi, Robin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are so, so very welcome here. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Pretty Nails by Valerie. Oh, Pretty Nails by Valerie. Oh, you were on my mind for some reason. I can't remember why, but there was something, either something in a comment that I wanted to follow up on, but my brain's not agreeing with me right now and not telling me. All right, so here we go. Oh, darn pop-ups. So this is how we're going to do it. I've got the stamp on here, and it says, "You're never far from my thoughts," which is absolutely true. That goes for everybody in this guild, and somehow I got Toner on me, which means that Toner is creeping around somewhere. I thought I'd done a really good job of maintaining control of it, but apparently not. But this is the toner. It's the Minc toner kit. But instead of using the pad like I was doing, Chris, and I believe that was Chris in Connecticut, said that this is Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Did I miss a Valerie too? Oh no, I'm being very bad with my well, hi, Valerie. I don't see your comment, but hi, Valerie. But this is I got this for $1 at one of the alleys, and I don't remember which alleys I was at. Somebody who does remember. I think this was, oh, I do remember. This was Palm Bay. This was the Palm Bay alleys that had these for $1. And I got that, and I got 5 of them because I love the toner idea. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and we're just going to daub it onto the pad. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing down on the tip, because when you push down on the tip, that's what releases the toner into the ink, into the stamp. And so I'm trying this. And if y'all have ideas on other things to do and other things to try, I am so open to ideas. I am so open to trying anything that I've got here. Like I said, I have no actual idea what I'm actually going to do in this live, because it was, you know, just an impromptu live. Well, it's not an impromptu live. I knew I was doing it, but I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm not sure I'm doing this correctly. Maybe I'm supposed to put pressure on the bottle, because what it looks like I'm doing, and I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like I'm getting ink, the toner everywhere but on the actual pad where I want it to be. So maybe I have to put a little bit of pressure on it to get it to come out right. We'll see. This is trial and error. That's all this is. That's what my lives end up being, is a lot of trial and error. I'm not sure that was a good idea, because I don't know if you can see it, but there's an ink spray over there. All right, so let's try this. Let's see how this comes. Oh, I know that's going to be bad, because I felt it squish when I put it down. Yeah, that's terrible. Nope, that was not good. All right, let me get this toner up before I get it all over my arms and legs and everything, because I'm really bad about getting stuff all over me. So that didn't work out quite right. Let's try that again. You know what? I'm going to clean that one off. And nope, I'm going to do a second generation stamp and see how it looks, and then I'm going to clean it off. Okay, second generation is a little bit better. Maybe I'm using too much. Maybe I shouldn't be using that much. Okay, try wiping this off and go again. See, it's all trial and error, and you get to watch all the discovery process, and then you have an idea of how to do this. This is not one of those channels where I'm going to sit there and show you the perfection way of doing it. This is one where I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm okay with that, because mistakes are how you learn. You know, I saw, what was it? I saw a sticker, and it was in Temu today, that said, I never lose. I either win or I learn. And I thought that was great sentiment. I never lose. I either win or I learn. And right now we're in the learning stage. I haven't won yet. This has not worked out properly yet. So we're going to try for the next step. We're learning. So I'm putting less on it this time. I'm actually just daubing the top of the stamp instead of trying to push any extra out. I'm just daubing it with that dauber and see if this works. Because maybe I just put too much on there. Because you can see how much extra toner there is on that. There we go. Oh, okay. Hi, Pretty Nails is Valerie. Oh, okay. I get it now. Okay, I'm up to date. Thank you. Hi, Pretty Nails. Hi, Valerie. All right, push it down really hard. Lift it up. Ooh, much better. Not great. Okay, still not good, but much better. All right, we're learning, see? We are learning. We've gone from, oh, that's terrible, to that's a whole lot better, but let's make sure we get the whole stamp covered this time. So let's try again. I like this. I do. So let's see. Yeah, thank you. Wait, Elena, I thought about using the toner ink with a fountain pen. Ooh, with a fountain pen. Okay, that's a cool idea. Because then if you put the toner ink in a fountain pen, you can actually write it out. Well, people with better handwriting can write it out. Not me. I have terrible handwriting. See? So people with good handwriting could do that, not me. It's one of the reasons that I got the Cricut Joy in the first place, was so that I could do things without having to write it out by hand, because I just have terrible handwriting. One time when I was in college, one of my professors called on me to read my answer to the class, and I had trouble reading it to the class, and she made the point of saying, now you see, if you can't read your own handwriting, I can't. So I tried very hard to write a little bit better after that. And I switched from writing to cursive to writing in print, which that is print, which it's more legible, but it's still not very good. It's odd because one of the few differences between me writing with my left hand and me writing with my right hand is that I write faster with my right hand. I'm very definitely right-handed. I just write faster with my right hand. Not better, faster. All right, so we're doing the tamping thing again. I'm going to make sure that I get it all covered this time, because last time I didn't have one of the words covered completely. I want to make sure that everything has a good bit of ink on it. Darn pop-up ads. Yeah, no, Elena, I'm not, no, I'd rather use my own brain. My own brain is still better than AI. One of the authors that I absolutely love is a guy named Robert Heinlein, and one of the things that he said was one of his characters sat there and counted to 10 because it was the one way that he could prove that he was better than a computer. I don't know exactly how that worked out, but I still like the quote, and I like to think about that. All right, so I put less on it, and I tried to make sure that I got it all over everything this time. Darn it. All right, so I need a little bit more, and for some reason, I'm missing the Y. Okay, there's the Y. Maybe I have to push down really hard on the Y, because that's the second time that I've lost the Y in this stamp. So it says you can add small amounts of water to thin it out. Ooh, okay, maybe something to consider on a smaller portion to try it out. It may have gotten a bit thick over time. It could have, or a flow thinner, but that would cost more, it says. Nah, I don't want to do a flow thinner. Not when water will do the trick. There we go. All right, try it again. It's interesting. There's still a little bit of toner on there. Okay, that's funny if you can't read your writing. I'm teaching my grandson to write cursive. He says I write fancy. That's cool. Teach your grandson to write cursive, and I applaud you for doing that. And it would help if I took the lid off. I applaud you for doing that, and I commend the work on it. Yeah, I said in my last live stream that I'm Gen X, which means that I've gone from writing my instructions down on a pad in cursive and ripping off the pad and taking it with me to following what my phone tells me to do. I've gone that far in my life. The things have changed that much in my lifetime. I also mentioned that I could still fold a map, and that it developed a conversation going on there. All right, so tamping it down, making sure that I get some good tampage on there. All right, now we're going to try this again, but this time I'm going to remember to push down on the Y specifically. Yeah, exactly, Valerie. Gen X rules. We're the ones that are going to be the last ones standing because we're the ones that can do things both with a computer and without. We learned how to do things without a computer, and now we can use computers because we had to learn how to use them. Ah, darn it. I forgot to push down on the Y. But that's actually much better. Okay, I'm getting better at this. Oops, it doesn't really look like it. It's definitely not up to par yet. It's definitely not anything that I'm going to run through the Minc yet, but I'm getting better at this. This is a cool idea. All right, continue working. Let's see, I'm going to cut this one in half so that I have another piece to work on so that I can get this, because I'm not running any of these through, and I can cut this one in half and use the other side. Use this side, the one that I didn't write on. Let's see, do I have any others that I can cut? No, every other one has stuff all over it. Okay, so do you have a different type of stamping block? Some work much better than others, and it sounds like it's obviously thicker than normal ink. Yes, I do have different, I can see the improvement at each step. Thank you, Doris, I appreciate that. Missed your stamp, then ink it. Oh, Mr. Chatty, if you're watching, would you please bring my Mr. bottle back here because I forgot to bring it. Do you have a stamp positioner? I do have a stamp positioner, but I don't know where it is. I was using it when I was at my friend's house, and I brought it home, and I'm not sure exactly where I put it. Yeah. It's in the house somewhere. I know it got brought in, but I don't know what I did with it. That kind of thing. So let's see. Let's see if Mr. Chatty's bringing back my Mr. bottle. Unfortunately, our house is like 150 feet long, so it takes a while to get from the front to the back. So it might take him a while to get back here. And this is assuming that he hasn't fallen asleep in front of the, while watching the stream. Because that's just as possible too. Where'd my bottle go? Oh no, I had it. It rolled this way. I pushed it back up. What did I do with it? I lost the bottle. I have the lid and the spongy thing, but I lost the bottle. Oh, this is my life. They had really small stamping platform at Ollie's. Oh, did they really? Oh, how cool. I have not seen a stamping platform. I do happen to have a small stamping platform, which actually I might be able to put my hands on. I think I saw it the other day. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Hold that thought. I might be able to put my hands on the small stamping platform. Thank you for bringing it up. No, it's not where I thought it was. Darn it. Well, I thought I could put my hands on the small stamping platform, but no. You knocked the knocked the pill bottle off the table on the left side. Did I? Oh, thank you for telling me that. Where'd it go? I knocked it off the table on the left-hand side. So it's on the floor over here somewhere. Which means that it could be underneath one of these cutters that I have over here, or underneath my art pad, or underneath that. Darn it. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to find the bottle later. I'll just keep using this one. I mean, I've been using this one for a couple of weeks now. It's time to really retire it anyway. I'll have to find the bottle later. I probably kicked it under the chair that's under my desk because I have another chair under my desk without a back on it that I use as a support to put all sorts of paper pads on. So I have a whole bunch of paper pads right underneath my desk that I can just pull out at the whim because that's where they live. And my knees sit on it like one of those old back support chairs where you're laying forward on that. I have a very weird setup in my office, in my pool. Yeah, I got that it was pill bottle, Tarna. Thank you. Yeah, that comes from being a teacher for a very long time. I always told my kids, and I know you've heard this before because I know I've said it before, I always told my kids, if I can figure out what you meant to say, I will grade it as what you meant to say. The only time that I was ever picky about capitalization or grammar was when they were using chemical symbols, and then it had to be properly capitalized and properly lowercased. That was the only time I was picky. So that was one of the reasons that my kids really did enjoy being in my classes, that I wasn't so picky about things that weren't science. I was picky about the science, but not so picky about the things that weren't science. All right, one more try, and I'm actually going to get this out and I'm going to push down on it with that. So I'm going to put it down, and then I'm going to push down really hard with this and see if that does anything. I have a feeling it has thickened. Ink of all kinds has various properties, and most shouldn't be as thick as paint. This sounds like paint. Yeah, it does. It sounds like paint. Okay, so I need to thin it. I do believe that Mr. Chatty has fallen asleep, so he's not actually actively watching. Ah, there we go. That's better. It's still not right. It's still not great, but that's better. Let's see what happens if I do second generation on this one. All right. All right, I'm going to try somebody's suggestion. Somebody suggested getting a different stamp. So let me get one that's not quite so beefy and chunky. Let me clean this off and put it back on its thing. All right, so here's the thing that I was using. Let's try one of these small ones. Let's try this one. You deserve only the best. And it's a smaller one. It's not as chunky as this one. So let's get this cleaned off really well. And let's get this smaller one on there. Maybe it's the fact that there's so much, because this is a really, you know, bold stamp. There's a lot of bold lettering on it. Let's try one of these that's not bold lettering. There we go. Try that. Put that down. All right, is it going to stay in place? Yes. All right, so here we go. Try it again. Another try. I have a feeling it is that, yeah, I already read that one. Yes, I agree with you.
Behind you.
Oh, hey, Mr. Chatty was awake. Yay, so now I have the spray bottle. Okay, so let's try, nope, we're going to go back to this one. We're going to try spraying the stamp first and then putting the stuff on. Because I can't change what I'm using if I'm going to try something new, because then I've changed two variables, and that's terrible science. Look at my new spray bottle. Look at this. Look at this. I'm so happy with this. Look. Zzz, zzz. Look at that. Look at my new spray bottle. Oh, I love my new spray bottle. So thank you, Valerie, for saying hi. He'll hear it when he comes back, when he gets back to where he's watching, because he's watching in the front of the house and I'm back. Maybe grab two stamps. A couple of people have said it might be too dry on the stamp. Need to dry on the stamp a bit first before. Oh, that's a good one too, Doris. I did not see those suggestions. Thank you. Okay, so this is the try. This is the attempt with water on it. I think I sprayed too much on there, because I don't think I should be able to shake water off of the stamp, but I did. So shake some of the water off and then try it again. And then we'll try this on a smaller stamp, and then we'll try it with water on a smaller stamp, and then we'll try letting it dry on there for a little while before I stamp it. All right, well, it definitely went farther afield when I did that. Look at all the little splashes and blips and stuff. All right, trying this. Down, stamp. Oh, I felt it shift. I know that's a bad stamp because I felt it shift. But actually, that's a lot better. Okay, we'll try that again. I need more paper now. Oops. I'm not going to get out my paper cutter. I'm just going to cut it roughly because I'm really not. I really don't need perfectly even sheets of paper for these trials. I'm just sitting here testing stuff out. There we go. So I'll get some stuff here to test out. Apply the toner ink to the clear stamp, allow it to become slightly tacky, then press onto your paper. Definitely going to try that. I said mist, not drown. Yes, Elena, you did. You said mist, not drown. I drowned it. I did. I totally drowned it. You're absolutely right. I drowned it so much it's not even sticking to its little ink stamp anymore. All right, that one's out of commission for a while because that one I drowned it. There we go. We'll try this again. All right, now still back to my cool little mister bottle. Let's see. Mist. There we go. Mist. It misted this time. All right, trying this again. Deep, 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 deep. I'm getting some spoons back. Thank you, people, for giving me some spoons back. Even if I am making mistake after mistake after mistake and just doing this so badly across the board. Look, I've got little splats of toner going everywhere now. I don't think that was much of a mist either. I think that was more of a drown as well. Look, I got little splats of toner everywhere. I'm going to have toner all over everything now. Oh no, I got toner on my Minc. That's not a good thing to do. Whoops. It's broken and now it has toner on it. Yeah, thank you for the spoons, Doris. I appreciate those. Thank you so very much. Sounds like Pac-Man. I did not mean for it to sound like Pac-Man, but thank you. All right, so let it sit there and dry a little bit. You know what? I'm even going to help it along on the drying thing. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. I can tell that the Your does not have enough toner on it just by looking at it. All right, I'm going to try this again, and then we're going to move to a smaller stamp and try it again so that there's not so much stampage going on. Oh, I shifted it again. Oh, yep, it's moving again. Yeah, the water thing is not working for me right now. I mean, that's definitely something I'm going to have to practice with a lot to get the right amount of water so that I'm not drowning my stamps, just putting a little mist on it. My little mister bottle apparently gives more mist than I thought it would in one little shoot. Bye-bye. All right, small stamp. Let's try a small stamp on the small block. Small block should be dry enough by now. Put the big stamp away, because if I don't put it away immediately, I will lose it, because that's just what I do. I had to rebuy a couple of my really favorite stamp sets because I lost stamps out of them. And another pop-up that can go away. Bye-bye, pop-up. I take paper towels, wet it, dab the stamp so you don't drown it. I'm sending it. Yeah, I think it needs a lifeguard, Elena. I think you're absolutely right. Yes, the stamp needs a lifeguard. All right, I'm going to try this because this is now not a big chunky stamp. It's not bold. It's just lettering. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try it with this ink. Oh, I'm glad I have a lot of this ink. I really am glad that I have a lot of this ink because, like I said, I have 5 bottles of this toner. And I really like the effect that the toner has, but I haven't even gotten one except for my little initial one that I am going to send through the Minc with some foil. This is the only one so far that I actually feel good enough to send through the Minc with some foil. All right, now that we've got that, let it sit there and dry a little bit so it gets a little tacky. Okay, I've thrown science completely out the window because I'm doing multiple variables at this point because I've changed the stamp, I've changed the stamp pad, I've changed the way that I'm doing it. I haven't misted it, I'm drying it, I'm using a different sheet of paper. I mean, I've changed way too many variables for this to be a valid science experiment, but we're going to do it anyway. Push down, pull up. That's better. Okay, so maybe don't use such big chunky stamps. All right, let's see what the second generation stamp looks like. Second generation, no, not great. And it also wiggled on the stamp block. Apparently my stamp block is no longer sticky because I got it too wet. Whew. All right, so those are not good. Those are not going through. Let's try again. We're getting better. We're getting closer. No one can say you didn't put your all into trying new things. Yep, no one can ever say that. And no one can say that I don't listen to my chat. My chat just gets ignored because my chat does not get ignored on my channel. This is definitely not a channel that ignores the chat. I take suggestions that, oh, wait, nope, let it dry. Let it dry some. You watch Great British Bake Off? This is what they do all the time on the Great British Bake Off, like they're trying to cool their stuff. And while this does actually cause the stuff to cool, the density of the cakes that they're using it on is not going to be effective because there's too much density. And I hope I didn't just create a strobe effect that caused people to have issues. I didn't even think about that. All right, push down, lift up. Oh, so close. Oh, that is so close. Look at that. Just so close. Still not quite there yet, but that's so much closer. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm getting close. We've almost figured this out. After what? After test after test after test after test after test after test after test, we've almost got this. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, we're going to try again. I'm not going to clean it off. I'm just going to leave what's there, and I'm going to tap it down again. Tappity tappity tap 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 tap. Okay, so there we go. Tappity tapped. Clean that off a little bit. All right. Sit there, let it dry. I love that you make a mess so I don't have to. I'm glad, Elena. You're quite welcome. You also use a damp sponge to wet the stamp. You have more control. Oh, cool, Elena. I will definitely do that. I don't have a damp sponge back here right now. All I have is my new Mr. bottle. I love my new Mr. bottle. My new Mr. bottle is so cool. But to be fair, I did buy this for watercolors, not for stamping. Step away from the spritzer, mister. Yes, Valerie, I'll step away from the spritzer. Yeah, that's too funny. Yeah, I did. I went a little overboard on the misting thing. It's not anything I've ever used in stamping before because people have also asked me if I've ever used a spray bottle to spray down my cardstock when I send it through my embosser, and that's also something I've never done. All right, you deserve only the best. Stamp test again. Dang it, too much. All right, I should have cleaned it off in between. I thought about cleaning it off in between. I didn't do it. I should have. There's another fail. All right, I don't know. How many fails is that now? 14, 15, something like that? All right, we're going to get a win. Like I said, I don't lose. I either win or I learn. My stamping is definitely getting better, but I haven't won yet. All right, there we go. Close that up so it doesn't dry out while I'm doing all of this stuff. Put down the spritzer. Look, I'll put the spritzer away so you can't even see it anymore. There, out of sight, out of mind. How's that? It's a very minion-y. Yes, it is. It's very minion-y. Sending a cleaning crew your way. Thank you, Elena. I definitely need one. Can you send an organization crew too? Because my room is just not organized. There's no organization in this craft room whatsoever. So many things have been piled on top of so many other things. How many craft avalanches have I had now? I mean, so many craft avalanches at this point. Well, you know, you can't say I don't try. All right. Try attempt number 27 is going to be the winner this time. Set it down. Press it down. Ah, dang it. I felt it move. Doggone it. Oh, that was really bad. I've gotten worse. It's gotten worse. No, what's going on? Look, these were the first 3 that I did, and they're the best of them. The rest of these are just bad. Look at that. That's the best. I wonder if that, you know what? I'm going to actually send that one through the Minc too, because I wonder if that one will actually transfer. I wonder if there's enough toner in that to transfer it. I don't know. What do you think? Should I put some water in here to try and loosen this up some, or should I, what do you think I should do? Because at this point, I'm at a loss. I've tried. All right, we're going to try it one more time. What the heck? All right. Pop-up pad. Get rid of that. All right. Here we go. I'm going to do light. I'm not going to press down much at all. I'm just going to do light tapping on it. There should be enough ink on the edge of that pad to not even have to press down on it. Let's see what that does. See, it bothers me that it looks like there's more ink between the letters. If you look at it really closely, I think I've got it in the right place. You can see that there's more ink between the letters than there is on the actual letters. And that just kind of bothers me. And I don't know why that's happening. I don't know why the toner isn't sitting on top of the stamp. Maybe it's too thin. Maybe it should be thicker. Maybe I should have gone the other way and made it thicker. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be drying this a little bit so it gets tacky. Absolutely, she's the new ShamWow lady. Yes, add some water. You do know that Cece is actually just trying to test this matte stamp, etc. Cleans up so easy statements that all the company. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Elena. That's it. I'm the new ShamWow lady, Doris. You're absolutely right. I noticed even the kitty cats are staying out of it. Yeah, Baby Bear's not in here. Brucey is in with Mama Bear at the moment because she wanted to go in there, so we let her. Brucey is definitely the go-between between Baby Bear and Mama Bear because Baby Bear and Mama Bear hate each other so much. All right. Fingers crossed. Both sets of fingers crossed. Or the DD7, if you know, you know. DD7. DD7. I don't know the DD7. Oh, no. Elena knows the DD7. Is that the one from Jetsons? Is that Rosie from Jetsons? I could use Rosie from Jetsons. That would be cool. I know who BB-8 is. All right, it's press down, lift up. All right, it took it with it. Ja! Oh, so close. Look how close that is. That is the best one yet. It still sucks. Okay, I'm not going to say that's a good stamp, but that's the best one yet. Toes crossed too. You know, Tarna, I didn't cross my toes. But that's the best one yet. It was clean. I think the precursor to OxyClean. It was the cleaner. Oh, okay, it was a cleaner. Yeah. Yep. I have never heard of DD7, or at least if I have, I don't remember it. I may have, I just don't remember it. You know, after a while, information just starts to leave your brain because there's just too much information in your brain. Goes, nope, we got to get rid of this. It's like that thing in Inside Out where all of the little memory balls end up in the pit because those are the things that you've forgotten. I feel like that has happened. There are things that have gone in there. It came in a tube and they would do the show making everything dirty and then miraculously the dirt would just disappear. You know, surface dirt's not that hard to get rid of. It's that deep down dirt that's difficult to get rid of, like the toner in my fingers. That's going to be difficult to get rid of. Look at all that. Oh, you know, maybe gloves when you do this, possibly. I don't know. Now, see, the link to the video that I watched that Chris sent me, and I want to say it was Chris in Connecticut, but I'm not sure, showed this person doing this absolutely beautiful every time that they did it. My memory has been overload since middle school. Yeah, Elena, I see that. My memory pit has gotten huge. Yep. I don't know which one I am. I mean, my family comes to me to remember things, but that's things that happened in the before times. Since the in the now times, my memory is just absolute junk. But in the before times, I mean, my family will sit there. My brothers will, my brothers and their wives will get into conversations about this, that, and the other, and one of them will say, "I don't know. Ask Chatty." Oops. Well, ask Chatty, and so they'll call me and they'll ask me, and then there we go. So yeah, it's just one of those things. If you have tissues, try cooking oil. It takes more. Most things off and safe. Oh, okay. So I'll try cooking oil. I hope the toner is actually safe because now I have it all over my fingers. Although, I've seen toner messed up all over the floors of copy rooms in my day. So, oh, if I'd gotten the Y, that would be beautiful. And if the best wasn't, okay, that's the best one yet. Okay, we're getting much better now. We've been rewatching Night Court. I sound like Buddy. I feel much better now. Oh my gosh. If you have not watched Night Court in ages, you need to go back and watch Night Court. Oh my gosh. There are so many prophetic things in that show. It had 9 seasons. It had Harry Anderson. For those of you who don't know, if I'm over-explaining, I apologize, but it had 9 seasons. It had Harry Anderson, and some of the stuff that they said was amazing. There's even one point where 2 people are trying to get out of the room because 2 other people are trying to talk, so these 2 people are trying to talk, so these 2 people are trying to get out of the room, and they actually say, "I'm going to go look for the Epstein files." It floored me when I heard that. I was like, wait, what? But yeah, that line is in Night Court. Kind of crazy. Progress is happening. You remember Buddy? I loved Buddy. My husband had to tell me that it was Sean Astin, and then when he told me it was Sean Astin, I went, "Who?" And he said Gomer Adams from the Adams family, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Is that right? Is it Gomer Adams? Gomez Adams from the Adams family." Because I can't recognize people. I'm the worst person to watch a television show with because I'll constantly say, "Who is that?" when they ping. So Buddy pinged, and then he had to tell me that it was Sean Astin. I went, "Who?" And he said, Gomez Adams from the Adams family. Oh, okay, you can have that one. There. Oh! Yes! Success! It's not perfect, but that's the best one yet. And look, I got the whole Y, and the little B isn't quite completely there, but look, there we go. All right, so the trick is to put a little bit of ink on it, clean it in between, and make sure that you let it dry some before you do it. Okay, what if you clean up and use a pad with the toner? What if you clean it up and use a pad with the toner? But see, that's the whole reason that I'm using this, because the pad... If I use this pad, I use 15 milliliters of this every time I use a pad. And that means that this only does, it's only 59 millimeters, so I only get 4 uses out of it before the whole bottle is wasted. If I do it this way, I'm using a very little amount each time that I use it, which is why I'm doing it this way, because these pads, you get 1 use out of them. It even says when it dries, throw it away. This one should still have a pad in it because I don't think I ever took it out. Yeah, it's still got the pad in there, and that's completely useless at this point. It's yuck. Well, you know what? I say completely useless. Let's test it. What the heck? I'm here. It's here. Why not? All right, I have ink on this, so I'm going to stamp it out right now. And then I've got it upside down at the moment. Woohoo, did you keep the pad we used last time? Yes. Is it hard? I don't know. I'm going to try it. The pad shouldn't have been loaded each time, but I agree if that's the case. Yeah, I know it shouldn't have to be loaded each time, but that's what the instructions say. I mean, they literally say, toner stamp refill pads. Where were the instructions? I know I read them somewhere. I know I read the instructions on something. It's probably on this. Nope, that just says what it's in it. But yeah, it said to put it on there, and then when it dries out, you've got about an hour to use it, and then it's wasted. All right, so this one had a really long time to get tacky. Oh, well, apparently I didn't have any ink on there. Apparently that was 2nd generation. Apparently I was wrong. I didn't clean off the stamp and put more ink on. It was just 2nd generation from the last time I did it. So let's clean that off, and let's try using this ink pad. This is the old ink pad from the last time we did this. All right, so I'm going to clean that off some. I'm going to hit it with my heel of my hand. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this does anything. Let's see if there's any. I have not added any new toner to this. So let's see if there's anything left on here. I'm smooshing it around everywhere, and I'm not getting any toner on the ink stamp at all. See, the stamp block is completely toner free. And let's push it down. It kept my stamp. You see, there's just the very slightest amount there. I'm going to run that one through and see if there's any toner at all in there, if any of the carbon that's in the toner is there. But yeah, so I mean, it says you're supposed to throw it away after each time, and I'm like, no, that's so wasteful. And if you've watched my channel at all, you know that I'm really not into wasteful crafting, which is why I now have the equipment to make paper on my own, because all of the little bits and pieces like this that I can't use in any sort of crafting anymore. Oh my gosh, look how much I've gotten on my hands. Oh goodness. Yeah, wear gloves, people. Drink it just a little bit. Hit it with the spritzer, sister. Yeah. Oh, you want me to put the spritzer back in my hand now? Okay, all right. You're saying put the spritzer back in my hand now. I've been told 3 times to put the spritzer away, but okay, you want me to put the spritzer back in my hand? I'll put the spritzer back in my hand. All right, spritzer. Meep. There we go. If that's the case and not like normal ink pad, then I would never use the ink either. The Dauber is definitely the way to go. You might need to clean the rub top when done with the stamp session. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, now I have misted this now. There is mist on it. See, I listen to what my chat says and I try the things that they say. That's hopefully what makes me different from others. There we go, because I want this to be a very interactive, very collective. This is a guild. I keep saying that. This is a guild. We get together and we craft together and we give each other's ideas. And I sit there and I make all the mess, obviously. And I take all the time and I make all the mess and I get all the dirt on my fingers so that you don't have to, so that you know exactly what to do when you get to it, because you've seen all the trial and error. All right, so here we go, trying this now that I put little mister on it, even though I was told to put the mister down. I'm still not getting I'm not getting much toner on the ink stamp itself, and I'm pushing down pretty hard. So if there was any, I'm getting a little bit on it now. All right, let's try it. What the heck? Nope, no. Let's wave it off a little bit and get it a little bit. Valerie, you are hilarious. What did I miss? Hit it with the spritzer, sister. As long as have you ever done junk journaling? Tarna, no, I have not done junk journaling, but Amira has convinced me that I am going to do junk journaling, and that's actually one of the things that I thought about maybe doing in tonight's session. It's not one that I'm obviously going to get to, but I thought about maybe starting my junk journal, because I am going to do a junk journal, and it's going to be for me. It's not going to be anything that I'm going to do for anything else, as long as it's not used as a weapon. If that's the case, not like normal ink pad, as long as it's not used as a weapon. I'm really not sure that would be very effective as a weapon, if that's what you were talking about. I love the fact that it looks like a banana. Did anybody else notice that? I just love the banana look of it. I think that's why I got this one, was because it looked like a banana. So I can use a banana for reference. Get it? Okay, anyway, let's see if I might have let that dry too long. We'll have to test it again. Yeah, see, there's a little bit coming back up off of it, but it's just not much, and I don't think it's really worth it to do it this way. This is definitely the way to go with this toner stuff. Get these little bingo Dauber bottles and use them in order to make your stamps, but it definitely is trial and error to get it done right the first time, or the second time, or the 12th time, or the 19th time, or the 37th time. The word moderation needs to be, pop-up ad, hold on a second. The word moderation needs to be part of the crafter's world. At least that's what I've been told. Oh, no. No. Oh, that's the meme. Oh, there's one of my favorite memes. A study has shown that people who live with crafters live longer if they don't mention the number of crafting items that they have, or something like that. I can't remember exactly how the meme goes, but it's something like that. It was so funny because it's so true. Oh, yeah. There's another one. Okay, now that one actually did come off. I didn't get any of the U on there, but let's try one more time, because, you know, you got to tell a scientist 3 times. We don't believe this 1 time, 2 time stuff. We got to have 3 times. Let's try it again. I'm really pushing into that pad now, and that spritz that I put on there has definitely had time to soak into this pad to maybe re-energize the toner like Elena suggested. I think it was Elena that suggested that. So anyway, here we go. Maybe cut the pad into two to 4 piece sessions. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's true, Doris. We use small mini pads. But, you know, even as small mini pads, it didn't work that well. Let's see if I can find the tests. I might have already put them in the recycler to go into paper making, so I might not have them up here anymore. I was going to look to see if I had any of the mini tests that we did the last time still on my desk. It doesn't look like it. It looks like they ended up in the recycler. All right, so I've let that dry a little bit, and then we go push that down. Push it, pick it up. Okay, so maybe you can recharge the pads by misting them with a little bit of water. Okay, so there's that test. Put that away. So put that back away. I'm going back to my toner bottle because I like this idea better, and I'm determined. I am bound and determined to make this work. All right, clean this off. Look at all the extra toner that I got on all this. Once, maybe cut pad, and once doesn't count, twice is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern. There you go, exactly right, Valerie, true. But now you know to maybe think it out just a little bit and with all the tips and tricks so it would be better than the first time. Yes, you're absolutely right, Doris. That's one of the reasons to do this. My kids just said it was easier to move out than to make room among all my crafts and books. Yeah, Elena, I feel that one. Thin the first time would be better than the first time. I can't see where thin should going, Doris. True, but now maybe, or to maybe thin it out. Okay, there you go. I see where you're putting that. So to maybe thin it out just a little bit and all the other tips and tricks. So it would be better than the first time. Okay. All right. We're going back to this now because I got close on this. My Elena. Yeah. I don't have any of the 2-footed kind of kids. All my kids have 4 feet, so they don't have a choice. They're not allowed to move out. They're stuck here. They're stuck being part of this family. They gave up their baby making parts to be a part of this family. So, you know, them's the rules. We give them a healthy, happy, long, wonderful, loving, severely enjoyable, absolute best possible life, but they got to give up their baby making parts. Them's the rules. They don't want to give up their baby making parts. They can't be part of this wonderful family. That's just the rules. Love you, but don't let the door hit you. Elena, wait, what did my kids say? Yeah, I agree, Doris. My cat loves it because he thinks the crafts are his personal obstacle course. He gets mad when I organize. Oh, no, that's definitely Brucey. Brucey definitely thinks this is her own personal obstacle course. I know I've mentioned it before. We had to get that museum tacky stuff because she climbs everything. There is not a single surface in this house that she has not climbed all the way to the top. She is such a foot. She's cute. She's adorable. She is such a personality. But we're going to keep her anyway because she gave up her baby making parts to be here. So she's here. She's here for the long haul. She's here to stay. All right. Push down. Careful, careful, careful. Push straight down. Careful, careful, careful. Lift up. Pull up. It's stuck, which it's supposed to do. Ah! Too much pressure. Okay, too much pressure. But that's so close. That is so close. I hope you can see how close that is. All right. This time's going to be it. I mean it. This time is going to be it. This is going to be the one. This is going to be the one. You know what I'm going to do right now? I am going to start heating up my Minc. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. My Minc is now heating up because I'm going to run some of these through, and I'm almost at my hour limit, which is what I like to make my lives. I don't like to go over an hour because I like to get repeat video and people watching it, and usually if it goes over an hour, people don't click on it. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this right here, and this is going to be the one. And then I'm going to run all of the okay ones through the Minc and see how they do. All right, so let's see how we go. All right, so a little bit of ink, put a little bit of that toner on there. Oh, I know. Oh, I think I just got it. Oh. Okay, this Dauber has a pushy downy feature. I don't know what the technical term is. I'm calling it pushy downy. Let's get one of these that I'm absolutely not going to send through. Ooh, my Minc stinks. What do you have in there? Whew. All right, I'm going to push this down on the paper once to activate the Dauber, and then I'm going to tap. Ooh, this might be it. This might be the one. Push down on it first to activate the thing. Wow, my Minc really super stinks. What in the world got in there? Whew. Okay, so this is it. This is the one. This is it. Now we're going to let it dry a little bit. And then we're going to put it down on this piece of paper and we're going to get a perfect stamp out of it. Okay, all right. This is it. This is it, people. This is the one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone watching, this is going to be the winner. And I've got another pop-up ad. Okay, go away, pop-up ad. Okay. All right, here we go. Push. lift, pull. Ah, no, nuts. All right, we're getting closer though. Definitely activate the dauber first. Okay. One more try. Open the broken top. Make sure nothing is stuck in the rollers. Open the... Oh, the bottle top doesn't have rollers. It's a pushy, downy, daubery thing. It literally, if I push it down, it releases ink into the dauber. It doesn't roll. This is not a roll top. Showtime. Yeah, showtime, but it didn't quite work out. All right, we're going to try this again. I'm going to not put as much pressure on it because I put too much pressure on it. So I have activated the dauber bottle by pushing down on something, and then I'm going to do this. Maybe this is what that person was doing off camera when they were doing it, is they were activating their dauber bottle off camera so that we didn't see that part of it, because I swear I'm doing everything exactly the way she did, but it's not coming out right. We regret to inform you that showtime has been moved. You're absolutely right, Valerie. Yep, showtime has been moved. All right, here we go. This is it. This is the one. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, eyes crossed. Okay, here we go. Push down, lift up. Oh, it's not perfect, but and it's not even the best one so far. That's still the best one so far. But you get the idea of how to do this, and now we're going to run them through the Minc, because my Minc is now heated up, and we're going to run some of these through the Minc. I still want to run this one through the Minc just because I want to see what those little dauber dots do. Because if nothing else, I can make dauber dots that are foiled. You know, that one's going through, that one's going through, that one's going through. I had one, okay, I want that one to go through. Let's see, I'm going to send those three through, and I'm going to try that one. All right, so let's get the Minc up here. Get the ones that I'm going to send through over here. Get the ones that I'm not sending through over there. My broken Minc. Yep, if you go back and watch Noob with a Minc, you will see exactly when this break happened. It was funny. It was very funny. Check your Minc, open the top. No, there's nothing in there. Although a piece of hair did come out when I did that, so there might have been a hair in there. My hair tends to go everywhere. All right, so all my little foil pieces. Let's try foiling some of these puppies. All right, I'm going to try this one first, because this is the one that I actually really like a lot. I mean, it's not anything decent, worthwhile, or anything. Oop, there's another piece of hair. And then we're going to do this, because I just love the idea of this one with the little dauber dots. If nothing else, I will have dauber dots to decorate my stuff with. There we go. Go on through. Let me get another one ready so I can push it through when that one comes out. Let's see. Where's them? There's not enough on that one. You deserve only the best. Nope, there's not enough on that one. But I can get it on this one right there. Okay. Hair smells horrible when it burns. I have long hair. I speak from experience. Yeah, I have long hair too. I used to have longer hair, but you know, it's gotten cut since then. It's actually funny. I absolutely cannot go to places to cut my hair anymore. So what I do is I put my hair up in a ponytail, and my husband runs the scissors right across where I want my ponytail to be, and that's how my hair gets cut every stinking time. There is no rhyme, reason, or beauty to my hair at all anymore. It's just long and up in a ponytail. That's just it. Or down, long and down. There we go. And open this up, and ta-da! Look at that! Look at the dauber dots! Okay, you know, that was worth the price of admission right there. That really and truly was worth the price of admission right there, because I have these beautiful dauber dots that I can put behind a sentiment somewhere. That's too cool. All right, You're Never Far From My Thoughts is going to be the next one to go through. I'm going to put it there so that none of it's touching, and we're going to send it through. Da-da-da-da. And then we're going to do You Deserve Only the Best and see how that one goes out, because I'm doing the best of the You're Never Far From My Thoughts. And I keep the rest of my foil like this so that when I use my Zig pen to make it so it's sticky, I can use the rest of this foil to get off of it. So, I mean, I can't run this through the Minc anymore because there's not really any big enough places to run through the Minc, but I can still use that as foil for my Zig pen. Really need to change my picture. That's about 15 years old. You do you, Elena. If you want to do it, do it. Looks like a 4-leaf clover on the top left side. Oh, it does. Look right there. You're absolutely right. Oh, that's so cool, Doris. Thank you for noticing that. Okay. Ow! Oh, hot. I know that. I know they're hot. I do. I know they're hot when they come out. What do? I grab it right in the hot spot. That was brilliant. I am such a smart person. No, really. Brilliant. All right, so here comes this one. It looks like it did. If you look, you can see the words down there. Let's see. Oh, well, no, not really. It's not horrible. It's more on the edges of the letters. It's more like the gold is outlining the letters. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to put it so that you can see that it's outlining the letters rather than actually filling in the letters, which actually is quite pretty. I want to put out there. All right, now we're going to try this one in silver. Woo! I'm almost at my hour. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Trying to get this done. Oh, darn it. Yeah, the faster you go, the behinder you get. Isn't that the truth? Okay, go through there. Might be a bit warm. Yeah, yes, thank you, Tarn. It's a bit warm. I don't think so, CC. This is heat activated foil, not sticky. Looks like foil leaf clover on those. Oh, that might not work. I did try it on some of the other ones, and the first time I did a Zig pen trial, I did try it, and it seemed to be okay, but you might be right. I might have been just settling for what I could get out of it, but they do sell Minc pens that could be used similarly but differently. Okay, Doris, I will have to see if I can find one of those Minc pens. I found something that said Minc on it that wasn't a pen, but it looked like a pen. Maybe that's what you're talking about. It definitely wasn't a pen, but it had the attributes of a pen, but it definitely did not say it was a pen, but it had Minc on it. That was oh so long ago, you know, like way early on in the whole Ollie's shopping spree things, and I didn't pick it up. You deserve only the best. Okay, now that one is fully silvered. That's cool. I like that. All right, one more. I got this piece right here, and I'm going to put it over this one and see if I can get two of these to come out right. All right, this is going to be the last one that I do because I'm at my hour now, and I usually don't like to make my live streams go more than an hour because, like I said, people don't tend to click on the live streams if they're an hour long to watch them afterwards. And I really like to have people watch them afterwards because, you know, I like the fact that I'm monetized by YouTube. I mean, let's just be absolutely honest about it. I like the fact that I'm monetized by YouTube, and the more people that watch, the more monetization I get. I'm probably going to mess up that little piece of foil right there, but I wanted to get it on there. As I have Minc pen, Minc paint, Minc texture paste. It's, oh, you have Minc texture paste. Ooh, I'm going to have to watch out for that. Oh my goodness gracious. Pen marker, but they do sell Minc pens. Okay, so I'm going to have to definitely watch out for Minc texture paste. I am a collector as well. Yeah, I think we all are. Yeah, there's so many memes. Oh, what was it? Even Ollie's got in on the whole collector thing with one of their signs that said it's not hoarding if it's craft supplies. I'll say good night. Okay, good night, Elena. Yeah, we're going to, it's not going to cut me off. YouTube lets me have long videos now, long lives now. The first two came out okay, but the third one didn't, which is kind of okay because I didn't expect the third one to come out very well. But these were the ones that were done with the Minc pad after I spritzed it down. So spritzing it down actually does do something. This was done with the Minc roller. Oh, wait, I'm going to turn that off. This was done with the Minc roller. This one was done with the Dauber. This is the Dauber dots, and I absolutely love the Dauber dots. I mean, that's just beautiful. That's got texture and style to it because it's not solid circles of gold. It's got, you know, little imperfections in it, which is just beautiful for card making. This one, it outlined it, and it did. It outlined it pretty well. I mean, it obviously missed the top of the Y, but that's because I missed the top of the Y. This one, it did pretty well, and this is the one with the re-watered ink pad, and then that one right there. So pretty cool. Yeah, I have a great night. Yes, I got the Minc from Joanne's closeout, but don't try it out until after watching CC do it. I love the dots. Ollie stole that saying from online, and every one of us who came in to buy everything. Yeah, I know. Thank you, CC. You're quite welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being here. If you are watching this later and haven't subscribed, please do. We are a very fun-loving group, and we really do care about the improvement of everyone's crafts. We're not greedy. We're not picky. We're not stingy. We like to share because we are truly a guild. Thank you very much, everybody. Be safe out there. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress that enough. Please be safe out there. And, you know, hugs to all of you, and cheers and happy crafting.